Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Methodical A1. Here we'll be analyzing the stock market charts, looking at opportunities, and I'm just here to document my entire journey, and then we're going to be looking at the market together. So let's get right straight into it. I have the chart of the QQQ here, the daily chart. And as we can see, last Friday the market closed underneath the 48 EMA. So right here on the chart, as we can see, I have the 13 EMA, the 48 EMA, the 100 EMA, 150 and 200 EMAs. So basically, anytime the market crosses below the daily 13 EMA, sometimes we tend to see a bounce. Like if you look back here, this was the 9th of June, we got a bounce here. So sometimes in an uptrend, market seems to bounce off the 48 EMA. But looking at this is the first time we broke below the 48 EMA since the end of March, where we had the Iran war situation and oil spiking to 120. So as we can see here, the market held up on the QQQ all the way, holding up on the 13 EMA. Sometimes it's crossed to the 48 but still bounced off. So this is a clear warning that the market has broken a key support level, which was the 48 EMA. And as we can see on the stochastic here, we have an oversold point. It's getting into that oversold region. And as we can see, if we move on to the 4-hour chart, just to see how the trend has been for the past couple of weeks. So as we can see, we're clearly in an uptrend on the 4-hour till we got to this point around the 4th of June. That's where we started seeing this sideways choppy market action, and all the way, this is like one of the worst price action you can ever see, because all the bulls, if you had calls, you would have gotten destroyed on this choppy zone, and if you had puts as well, nothing was holding a trend. There was no trend downwards, no trend upwards, as we can see. So what happened here, as we can see on this point on Friday at 13:30 Eastern time, we can see where price tried to reclaim the 13 EMA but got rejected on the next candle, which led to market close. So as we can see here, we would see what this week comes up with, but this is not looking good on the 4-hour chart unless we start to reclaim the 13 EMA and we can then start a recovery attempt. But before then, every stochastic you see that tries to have a recovery, if it doesn't break above the 13 EMA, it will just be like a dead cat bounce. So that's for the QQQ. So we move on to the SPY as well. Let's take a look at the SPY on the 4-hour chart. So the SPY also, we've had this chop all the way from about end of May, beginning of June, and here we are, almost the third week of July. So the SPY here, it's not also looking good. We can see the 13 EMA is on the downtrend, and here you see the market tried a recovery, same as the Qs, at 13:30 Eastern time, and then it got absolutely rejected the next hour. And here we can see after market hours also continuing in that rejection. I just waiting to see what this week brings, but I think the main issue has been the semiconductors. They've led this rally that we've seen in the market for the past 2 to 3 months, and I think it's basically 2 months, in fact, because this was the end of March all the way till about the end of May. thereabout. That's when we had this consolidation, and it's now looking like a market distribution actually. But our job is not to predict the market. We just do what the market shows us. We take opportunities. So that's the spy. I would like us to look at SOXX as well. That's the semiconductor ETF iShares. If we look at SOXS, so this gives further breakdown of what's happening in the market right now. It broke the 48 EMA on Thursday, and then on Friday that trend continued. So this is a bearish trend. If we get to see price continue, we'd get to see if the 100 EMA holds next week or if it continues down to 150 or 200 EMA. But would be on the lookout to see if the 13 EMA crosses below the 48 EMA, as we can see right here. If this gap gets closed and the 13 EMA crosses below the 48 EMA, that's clearly a bearish signal. So we'll just wait for confirmation, and on the long side, we would keep looking. We don't have that opportunity first. What would confirm that opportunity if we start seeing a recovery on the stochastic and a separation of K above D of about 7 or 8 thereabout. But yes, so we keep monitoring the market and we see where we are. And we'd also have a look at MU. That's Micron, because MU has also been leading this market rise in the past couple of weeks and months. So you can see MU here. On Thursday, it broke completely below the 48 EMA, signaling a downtrend. And on Friday, it was quite a volatile price action on Friday. As we can see here, it went up to the highs of around 903, which coincided with the 48 EMA around 904, and it got absolutely rejected all the way from 904 and closed around 848. So we'll be expecting to see what happens this week. If this downtrend continues, the next level we're looking at is the 100 EMA, and looking at this, the 100 EMA is around 747 on the daily. That's quite a far way out, but you never know what might happen. But if the market tries to reclaim the 48 EMA and the 13 EMA with the stochastic curling upwards with a separation K above D, that might signal some momentum coming into the market and some buyers stepping in. So yeah, so our job is not to predict, like we said earlier. We just wait for that opportunity, and we keep monitoring the market. The market might be setting up for a very good buying opportunity. If it flushes down to the 100, 150 or 200 EMA and starts the recovery, it might actually be a great opportunity. This week we have earnings. We have Google earnings on Wednesday, I think. We'll see how the market reacts to that, and then the upper week you have most of the Mark 7 reporting as well. And then there's been this recent trend where we have the Korean markets also having an effect on the US stock market. So we'll get to see where we are this week when the Korean market opens. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Cheers.